I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's going to do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kelly. Substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Gorgui Dieng comes in for Kevin Garnett. Muhammad, he's checked in for Wiggins. And it's Lopez in for Kevin Martin. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Barnes and Green are the forward set. Livingston is out there at Barbosa. And it's Spates in at the 5, home in the paint. Minnesota really had a rough year last season. A lot of people know that, obviously. A lot to do with their defense. They just, Greg, struggled in almost every defensive metric.
Yeah, and, you know, they struggled at times guarding the basketball, but ultimately I think the biggest issue for them was their inability to protect the rim. That's an area and a point of emphasis that has to improve for this young team.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Lopez against Green. With the fadeaway. Lopez with another miss.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Livingston kicks to Barnes and stolen by Pekovic. Here's Lopez. A three-pointer is right on target. Lopez has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Spates sets a screen. Free throw line jump shot. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Warriors lead by 13.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now let's find out what head coach Steve Kerr had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, he said that they didn't want to take what the defense gave them tonight, saying we need to play our game. I told my guys to go right at their defenders and make plays happen. If we sit back and don't be the more aggressive team, we'll just be digging a hole for ourselves. Sounds like they have confidence in their ability to score, guys.
Thanks for filling us in there, Doris. Thank you so much. Getting their offense sorted out is the priority here, guys.
And that's what typically drives them. So no big surprise there. They'll be expending most of their energy at the offensive end.
Well, I tell you what, they better save some of that energy for D. I don't care how much you score. At some point, you got to stop some people, too.
Rubio dishes to Lopez. And not sure what he was thinking there. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a win against Charlotte.
Well, that was a very physical game, and I think that plays into their hands. So a lot of their points came at the foul line.
And it also led to a lot of foul trouble for some of the key guys they were up against. So we can't forget about that part of it either. Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
Warriors leading by 15. Here is Livingston. From the stripe, and it's Golden State with another.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
Lopez, no luck.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Rubio, the pass to Pekovic. Jang, a screen. Here's Lopez. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 3 assists tonight.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
There's the screen. Nobody near Barnes. A three-pointer off the mark.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
You know what? He's never been known as a three-point shooter. Not sure why he continues to try.
They grabbed their own miss. The pass to Spates. Barnes against Pekovic. Lopez with the steal. to Muhammad. Lopez outside. Puts up a three. Here's Dang. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
Lopez with the ball. Guarded now by Barnes. Here's Pekovic. Stripped it away. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pull up Jay. Barnes can't get it to go.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the board for them.
Yeah, +5. As you mentioned, that didn't take very long, did it?
Pekovic attacking. And again, it's Minnesota converting. Here is Livingston.
Play him tight. Come on.
Lopez with the steal. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. And that one's good. Rubio's got his first points of the game.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, told us about his... I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Garnett. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Lopez, he's checked in for Kevin Martin. And Ricky Rubio is subbed in for Miller. Different look here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Maurice Spates. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Green and Spates are in the post. Barbosa is out there with Livingston. And it's Thompson in at small forward. Here's Muhammad. Here's Towns. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
And Rubio kicks to Lopez. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 4 assists in the game. The Warriors lead it.
And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player.
Lopez with the ball. Barbosa picks him up. They get the rebound. Golden State's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Thompson inside. Lopez is there. And good on the basket. Book it. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too. That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Knocks it loose. Rubio dishes to Pekovic. Fades away. Barnes grabs the miss. The Warriors have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. Barbosa passes to Livingston. To the left wing. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Livingston.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
That ties the game. 20 points for Freak.
Going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Minnesota's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Puts up a 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
They set the screen. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's Thompson again missing. Last outing for Golden State, it was a loss to the Grizzlies of Memphis.
Guys, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, though. If you're going to shoot in the low 30s, you're going to end up losing a lot of games.
Well, it's exactly. I mean, you just can't win if you don't shoot a better percentage than that. It's not going to happen.
Livingston kicks to Barbosa. Shot clock at 5. Puts one up from 19. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Fires from 18. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Warriors trail by 3. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And Green gets it to go.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball move.
The wide open look here for Lopez. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that can be a mistake. But they weren't shooting it especially well early on, so I think it makes sense to shy away from the triple.
Lopez against Barbosa. Releases from 15, kept alive. Golden State's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Barnes dishes to Barbosa, and it's all evened up. Barbosa's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
There's 45 seconds left to play here in the half. And it's Rubio penetrating, feeds it to Towns, back to Rubio. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Here is Livingston. "27 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. He kicks to Thompson. Again, the miss by Thompson.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
Here's Lopez. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yet another 3 for him, Kevin. He's really been draining him here in the second.
And Thompson kicks to Barnes. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's 6 points for Barnes. From deep, and the release was before the buzzer. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half. Look on the floor for Minnesota. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Green. Leandro Barbosa, who's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Lopez in at shooting guard. Shabazz Muhammad is out there with Chang. And there's Pekovic. And it's Miller in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Barbosa. And he was fouled on the way out. 2 free throws now for him. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. Second, the Warriors.
A big part of their defense really revolved around their ability to block shots at the rim. It's so valuable to have that kind of backline protection. Allows you to be aggressive on the perimeter.
You can point to any number of things, Clark. The Warriors did well last year. Their play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road win.
There's the bucket. Good. Timberwolves trail by 12. Miller, the pass to Lopez. Lets it go with a 3. Warriors with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
16 feet away, and he gets it to go. Lopez has got 30. Warriors leading by 10. Livingston kicks to Barbosa. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got 5 assists tonight.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Jang a screen. Miller kicks to Lopez. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shot.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
And for Gorgui Dieng, an intelligent guy with strong physical attributes, gigantic arm span, but extremely raw skill-wise.
Yeah, his game still needs plenty of polish on both ends of the floor. But I really felt like he took a huge leap last season, and he has the intensity along with that work ethic to continue to grow.
Iguodala dishes to Spates. Livingston kicks to Barnes. And again, no good by Golden State.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Lopez, no luck.
You know, on the topic of Dieng, he did improve in practically every category in year 2. Offensively, though, he still looked a bit mechanical. And on defense, he still went for too many head fakes, but you've got to like his upside.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And here are the Warriors now. 10-point lead.
And talking about Gorgui Dieng, he recorded 22 points and 21 rebounds in the game his rookie season. Amazingly, it was the first ever 2020 game by a Timberwolves rookie. The Wolves, of course, once home to Kevin Garnett and Kevin Love, so that's pretty good company.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly. There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Begovic with a screen. Miller the pass to Lopez. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Lopez has got 8 here in the quarter.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors. Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that. It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
A look now at where the Timberwolves ranked in the NBA last year. 6th in free throw percentage, 7th in points off turnovers. And they made their way into the top 10 in second chance points. I mean, this is a team that really emphasized chasing down missed shots, and they did a pretty good job of it.
And you look at their free throw percentage, not to be overlooked. I mean, this was a team, I thought, that did a really good job of taking advantage of their opportunity.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Sean Livingston. Barbosa kicks to Barnes. Shot clock at 6. The teardrop falls in. Barnes has got 10 points in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
To the left side wing. Fires for three. Minnesota with the rebound. 2 seconds separate the shot clock and game. Miller kicks to Lopez. Pekovic with a screen on Iguodala. Miller dishes to Lopez. Offline from the high post.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Jang, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Bielitsa comes in for Towns. Lopez, he's checked in for Wiggins. And Andre Miller has subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Leandro Barbosa. Setting the floor for the Warriors. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Iguodala in at the three. Thompson misses. Lopez against Curry.
Get open, get open.
Fade away. And Lopez gets it to go. Lopez has got 40 points. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, I agree. Got to use some clock here.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Curry passes to Thompson. From deep three-point range. Again, the miss by Thompson.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers
The 2K Sports Post. Klay Thompson.
Tell you about Vic. He has